Alright, guys, what's up? Hello, and we live. Welcome, welcome. So, we are live once again for the last Avengers movie that I have yet to do a live commentary on. And that one, I have said that I was basically doing this in the order of how I ranked them, so it was kind of funny. And we have reached the end of my Avengers commentaries in this first quadrilogy with my personal favorite of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe and of these four movies. I have the magazine right here to celebrate its anniversary from yesterday, and that movie is Avengers Age of Ultron. This is the sequel to the highly successful Avengers, and again, as you can see there, feel free to leave comments and questions in the comments down below in here, and also do stream in YouTube StreamYard, so I'll answer them as long as there's no political questions. And as always, if you like what you see here, be sure to hit the subscribe button, follow all my social media links in the description box down below. And without further ado, let's get started. Also, fair warning, there will be a lot of praise for Black Widow, and as well as you can't really see her. There's going to be a lot of praise for her. Just to let you know what you're about to get yourself into. So, without further ado, let's get started. I'm not going to count down, we're just going to get straight on to it. 2 hours and 21 minutes. Let's go. The Marvel logo that was used in Thor Ragnarok, the Thor Dark World. It's a nice looking logo too by Imaginary Forces. And so here we are in the opening action sequence. The Tesseract is safe where it belongs. Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen. My favorite MCU girl, my love. Hawkeye shooting around and they're fighting. Black Widow. Thor flying around, attacking soldiers. Iron Man. Fun action moments. Captain America riding around with his shield and his new suits. The Hulk just hulking out, fighting. And there's a shot of all of them. I love that shot in the trailer and in this movie. Here they are flying around. Language. Thor going around fighting, shutting it down. We're actually live on time, so that's a good thing. Black Widow fighting. Fun fact, while they were making this movie, Scarlett Johansson, she was pregnant at the time, so they had to use stand-ins and CGI to cover up the baby bump that she had. And kudos to her and Gal Gadot for doing that on their own as their characters in two different franchises, DC, EU, and the MCU. Hydra research base, Sokovia, Eastern Europe. Now we first did see Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in the end of Captain America: Winter Soldier. Hello, Lizzie. And also, the year before this movie came out, Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen, they played a husband and wife couple in the Godzilla 2014 movie, which I do own digitally and on DVD. I just haven't done that revisited review yet. But I'm going to be getting back into the Godzilla and King Kong reviews leading up to Godzilla vs. Kong, hopefully November. Let it keep its release date. And see everyone here, they're all fighting off the little robots. 4 minutes in, and our first person watching. And they left. Hawkeye is just going around shooting people, and Quicksilver. Didn't see that coming. He and the Flash has the same power, but they changed his name from Peter to Pietro for this interpretation of Quicksilver because at the time they had a situation with 20th Century Fox where Fox was using Quicksilver in X-Men Days of Future Past. And they call him Peter Maximoff in that movie, whereas this movie they have to change it to Pietro Maximoff. But they were able to use him for the MCU. Iron Man just destroying the whole Sokovia. Great cinematography here from Ben Davis. Thor using Mjolnir. I like how he uses Cap's shield. Iron Man just going around attacking. And he has Iron Man there. And Scarlet Witch, you see the red lights going on there. Tony's trying to figure out who it is. 7 minutes, and Hulk going around destroying stuff. And this is one of the things that a lot of people do complain about, which I constantly defend, which is the whole love story romance between Black Widow and the Hulk, which I like what Joss Whedon was trying to do there. Is pretty nice because they are both, in a lot of ways, damaged characters of the Avengers side, which you do see glimpses of Black Widow's past later on in this movie. But the Hulk, Bruce Banner, he has suffered through more. A lot of people say it's cringy, it's ridiculous, but it's not as cringy and ridiculous as Anakin and Padme or Tessa and Harden. Don't expect me to do a commentary for after because that's never gonna happen. And Bruce Banner he's calming down. Captain America taking down the Sokovia leader. Mm-hmm. Wanda. Oh my god. Not engaged. And he's gone. Now here you see basically what is left there, and this sets in motion what is gonna become Ultron, which I know some people say he wasn't as serious as he was supposed to be, but this is only the second Avengers movie at the time, and you say the big bad for the last movie. Here, Tony is making Wanda see his vision that he's having, in which the science of industry were what if Tony failed the scene. And basically you see his basically nightmare of the Hulk and Black Widow dying, Hawkeye and then Captain America, Shield, Thor dying, which is basically the reality of basically a scenario of what if Tony failed to save his friends, which is a pretty dark moment, which, if you ask me. But basically, one she's in basically all of the Olsen, perfect casting as Scarlet Witch. Below that smile. Title card, Age of Ultron. Below that red there. Now we have the 6 heroes on plane. Into the Avengers plane. Bruce Banner basically listening to music. and you have this little moment between the two. I love Chris Hemsworth's sense of humor as Thor. Tony there. Jarvis is my co-pilot, which we do set that up later with Jarvis becoming Vision, who is also Paul Bettany, Scarlet Witch's love interest in the comics. One person watching. Let's see who it is. It's probably Caleb or Preston. But yeah, we'll see who it is watching us. The Avenger, the Stark Industries Tower. No Gwyneth Paltrow in this movie, unfortunately. But she does return for Homecoming in a little bit. Maria Hill and Claudia Kim. Cobie Smulders once again. Actually, he is a and you see them talking, which these conversations were once again Joss Whedon, the master of great dialogue and great direction. And basically, you see the drones flying, but they're not really drones. They're basically robots that Stark has created. Basically, his Iron Man suits. And here he is creating Ultron. Because because he's saying that the world needs something more powerful than any of them. And there's the Loki's scepter from the first movie. And the Avengers, like in Claudia Kiln, not in it as much, but she's pretty cool for an Asian doctor. John Avengers 7195 can agree with me on that. Tony's bringing them drinks. I hope you guys can hear me because I am speaking into the mic. and he sees basically he's showing Tony what it is that he's creating. He sets up this guy. He's basically trying to tell Tony that he shouldn't be doing playing with something that he doesn't understand. So nobody really right. And here they are creating you in this montage. Now I didn't know there was some studio interference from Marvel, but again, but this is a situation where the studio interference with Marvel works out for the better. Even though I do wish we did get get the extended cut for this movie, it still works very well. James Spader, the voice of Ultron. Not only the voice, but also does great motion capture work. And Ultron, he looks pretty intimidating. He's a pretty intimidating villain to me. I understand his motivation, understand his plan, what he wants to do. He basically wants to remake the world in his image. And you see all the events from all the other movies here as they are creating him. And here he is. the creation of him. Now here they're having a party, the Avengers. Don Cheadle, Linda Cardellini, Jeremy Renner, Falcon and Captain America, Maria Hill, Rhodey, who was initially played by Terrence Howard in the first Iron Man, but has now been played by Don Cheadle. In little character moments like this is what I love about the Avengers movies and the Marvel Cinematic Universe in general. Even if you don't like some of most of the MCU movies, but all 23 of these MCU movies so far, they have a lot of great character moments, good character development. Even if they do have a villain that's not as good as you could be. They always make up for it for good character development and a great villain. And Taskmaster should be nice, cool. I just hope that it's not the Taskmaster doesn't end up becoming Yelena. Thor. Love these characters. The late Stanley cameo right there. Which rewatching any of the Marvel movies or any of the MCU movies, with the exception, is you can't help but have be a little teary eyed or just get a little sentimental when you do see Stan Lee cameo because he's no longer with us, and so that alone is always the price of admission to a Marvel movie. You have Black Widow and Bruce Banner talking to each other, which, again, I understand the complaints, I understand the criticisms here of why would Black Widow see anything in Bruce Banner instead of Hawkeye. But the truth is, anyone could have been Black Widow's love interest, but Joss Whedon, he chose what he wants to do. And again, who wouldn't want to date Black Widow? You have to be either crazy or out of your mind, as Kenneth's Movie Corners would say. And now everyone is leaving for the party, after the party, because they've saved the world again. One person watching, I'm gonna be talking. I'll probably be talking all the way through this. Hawkeye and Maria Hill, they're all just sitting there eating Chinese food, which I love. I love me some Chinese food. And they're all. This is Hawkeye. This is the movie where you get to know more about him, and he gets a lot more to do. And they're all trying to see who can lift Thor's hammer Mjolnir. I really hope I am pronouncing that right. Iron Man, but Of course, you've seen Avengers Endgame. Is Steve who can lift Thor as a hammer? Besides, um, besides Thor himself. Sorry about that. A little sneeze. This was algae season. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Linda Cardellini. It's good to see her in the movie again because the last time I saw Linda Cardellini was not only Grandma's Boy, but the two live action Scooby Doo movies that came out in 2002, 2004. I actually saw Scooby Doo 2 in the theaters. There was one or two movies I would see in theaters. The second was Polar Express. So, but this was way back when, as a youngster. Don Cheadle. They're all just in here drinking. And our introduction to the badass himself, the moment of him, Ultron. Now imagine if this movie was titled Age of Ultron and you don't see Ultron until 45 minutes. That would suck. So 29 minutes he shows up, and here Ultron is not in his full form, but it is Ultron because you do hear the voice of James Spader doing the CG work and the motion capture work. Oh, this is not Linda Cardellini. That's Claudia Kim. My bad. You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. You're all puppets. Piece of our time. Ooh. And Ultron starts a mess. Strings. Then now I'm free. There are no strings on me. Sorry about the Ultron impression, guys. I will be using that again throughout most of this commentary as I talk about it. You rise, only fall. You, Avengers, are my meteor, my swift and terrible sword. Okay, I'll stop. They're all just trying to. They're all fighting here. Another complaint I constantly hear is that this movie is breakneck pace with its action that you don't really stop to get character moments. But I feel like you get enough character moments that you need to get. Or if you want a character-driven movie, that's why you got Avengers Endgame for. Black Widow, Hawkeye. I love this. Ultron, he's basically supposed to be protecting Earth, but he wants to destroy the Earth and remake the Earth in his image. Strings. And Ultron, he's a pretty cool villain. Chris Evans, he wasn't lying in the Entertainment Weekly magazine I have here when he said Ultron can easily kill you. Not dead. And now you see the form here that he's basically taking. And we're in Sokovia again. and they are all here blaming Tony for his creation. Because Tony, in the words of Thor, he is meddled with something that you don't understand. And Chris, because he created Ultron as a peacekeeper, when he really did was just Ooh. Then Thor, he's pick up Tony and blaming him for what he's done. And now they gotta go stop him. And they're all just putting the blame at Tony when Tony, he didn't know what was gonna happen. And again, Robert Downey Jr., his performance is very nice. Thor and Chris Hemsworth. This little exchange here, and everyone else is getting into it. And Thor is actually the one who comes up with the idea of creating Vision later on.
The Avengers was supposed to be different. Anybody remember when I carried a nuclear one? Save New York? Never heard that. Recall that? Hospital.
And we do get a nice callback from the first movie.
We're standing 300 below.
And Tony, he's been through a lot with, especially in Iron Man 3, with his post-traumatic stress disorder from the Battle of New York. There's Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch here, and they're going back in there to see Ultron, which Ultron has them fight against the Avengers, but little does Ultron know that plan soon backfires. I love this chemistry between Wanda and between Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen, because they have to really react to a CG motion capture character, which also Godzilla is also in the newer Godzilla movies made for America. He is CG and motion capture. The accent that Elizabeth Olsen puts on for Scarlet Witch is really sexy, is really sultry, and is really nice. Ultron, he does crack jokes, but all of his jokes were pretty funny, so he was still intimidating, but also still pretty funny.
Also,
And
right away.
you see where he was created. Wanda. Ultron's flying around. Well, Elizabeth's facial expressions here are really amazing, and y'all know she is my favorite actress, and she is my favorite MCU female character. And Quicksilver, I love Aaron Taylor Johnson's Quicksilver, but I do wish they could bring him back because he did have a multi-film contract. But I guess that is not really the case because of what happens here. Mm-hmm. 41 minutes in. I'm just waiting for some questions. Sorry, guys. I'm just, just smiling. And over here, he's talking to Wanda. And back at Stark Industries and Maria Hill and Tony are talking. I'm not Tony, Steve. My bad. This scene here with them talking is really nice. It's a really nice moment here. Strucker, Baron von Strucker, Hawkeye here, and he's calling his wife, which we're gonna see. Basically, you see that Ultron has killed Von Strucker, and they have to go out and fight him. And also, you do have Andy Serkis here, which he is underutilized, but he gets a little bit more to do in Black Panther. Ulysses Clark, Andy Serkis, aka Andy Serkis, great actor. "42 minutes coming in, popping up." And now we're at Salvador and African coast, which Ulysses Clyde, he does set up a little bit when it comes to Black Panther. And there's Andy Serkis there. Great actor. I guess nobody's gonna comment. But yeah. You have basically danger going on here. And Quicksilver. Love Quicksilver. Wanda. Scarlet Witch. You do realize I do keep calling her Wanda. And here he is offering them candy, but they're not. They don't come for candy. Ultron is coming to rip off his arm, which is pretty violent, if you ask me. Facial expressions are amazing. I love her facial expressions. It's just that accent. Elizabeth Olsen. God damn. So hot. Shush! Quicksilver eating candy. This is really funny. Ultron and now Ultron is asking him to program him. And where to start? Which Ulysses comes again. He comes back into play later on in the case of in the case of Black Panther. Ultron. Worldwide Bank. And you see what's going on here, in which Ultron is about to kill the guy behind Ulysses, but he's also going to rip off his arm. Which, this is pretty violent for a PG-13. Love that facial expression. Ooh, pretty dark. And he just kicked him down. Another awesome Trinity shot between those three, which is always great to see. Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Bruce Banner. Captain America, and here they are having this little heart to heart. Ultron here. I love Ultron. He's really funny while being intimidating at the same time. And the only one who does not get affected by Scarlet Witch is Hawkeye. Iron Man and Hawkeye going head. And Ultron going head to head. Ultron, Drone, Quicksilver. Scarlet Witch using her powers. This action is really well done. And also, the score by Brian Tyler and Danny Elfman is really nice. You can't leave that out. Thor and the slow motion of Quicksilver. And Thor's hammer. Ultron and Iron Man just flying up in the sky fighting, going head to head, while Captain America's fighting Drone. And then Scarlet Witch, one by one, is making them see their reality. She can make me see my reality any day of the week, especially with her. Bruce, he's told to stay in the ship, but starting with Thor makes him see his reality. One by one, we see Thor in Asgard, Quicksilver fighting the Scarlet Witch makes him see his reality with Peggy. Hayley Atwell makes Scarlett Johansson see her reality, what happened, and the only one who does not get affected easily is Hawkeye, which, love Hawkeye, he's an awesome character. He's just my heart. And in Black Widow's reality, we see what happened to her and see her younger as a ballerina, and then you see what has done. This is where a lot of people really just backlash Joss Whedon because of what he did to Black Widow, but it's not really that much of a deal when you really sit there and say that. And you see that she can't have children, and you see her being trained. And here's Captain America getting his dance with Peggy, Hayley Atwell, which does come into play. He does get that wish at the end of Avengers Endgame. There's Peggy. And then Hemsworth, he's basically all of these reality visions of Scarlet, which is making them see. Each does have an effect on each of these characters, one another. And it's really nice. And his reality's over. Well, not really. Hemsworth is telling Thor that to help them. And he actually comes into play and creates Vision. 51 minutes in, and there's Vision. Black Widow firing off. Which this is a very emotional trauma. And you see what Black Widow's going through, which she didn't really have kids. And Scarlet wanders crying. Great emotion from her. And she does see what Ultron really intends to do. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch and Ultron and Iron Man is still firing around the African yard. And here, and you think he's about to win, but Scarlet Witch is about to mess with Hulk's mind and makes. Here we go. And he sees that Bruce is not himself because everybody's running from Hawkeye's making sure everyone is okay. Which Hulk is destroying the city because Hulk isn't. He's not himself. And here we get our introduction to a little someone I like to call, which here it comes. And Hulk is just. We have the Hulkbuster. Go sleep, go sleep, go sleep. And this ain't just hard on him, but Hulk doesn't go down easy. Hulk, he don't go down without a fight. And we seen that in Hulk's destroying cars and the way this action scene is filmed. I think Josh Whedon does a great job as far as camera angles and effects work there. There is the Hulkbuster. Oh, love this. Mhm. 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 Go sleep, go sleep, go sleep, go sleep, go sleep, go sleep. Mhm. 哦。Go to sleep, go 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 to sleep. Hulk is just not going down easy. And they're just going head to head here. Which Tony gets, like Iron Man gets the most action out of everyone in this movie. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And they're all just running. "57 minutes in this fight between Iron Man and these guys. Just, just taking them all the way up in the buildings. One hour. Destruction, causing all the destruction going on there. The Hulk and the Hulkbuster, which is Iron Man's Hulkbuster suit. Hulk still not going down. And then everyone is running because they see all the damage that Bruce and Hulkbuster has caused. Knocked him right out.
It knocked him out.
Here, see, all the guys are basically, and you see Hawkeye flying around Maria Hills, telling them where's Ultron going now, and they're all just sitting here thinking about what just happened to them, especially Bruce back in his human form. Here we're arriving at Hawkeye's family's house. Hawkeye and his family. This is his wife, Linda Cardellini, and his two kids. And this is his family. So beautiful. Linda Cardellini still is beautiful for her. His son and daughter. Given just okay. Thor is basically leaving to see because he's going off to create division. He'll be back. Supernatural. Alright. Chucky doll. Hey man, I just subscribed. Thank you. Thank you. That's always a big plus for anyone watching and subscribing. So we got our first comments in an hour and 5 minutes in. It's a stream. And you have this little conversation between Hawkeye and his wife, which is, again, it's a nice little subtle character moment for Hawkeye. Yeah, you can. It's good that good to see you. Well, at least I got one person watching in the chat. And if you guys have any questions, just put them in the chat below. I'll answer any of your questions, and I'll read the comments, and I'll give you nice long answers. Because this is also, like I said, these commentaries is also always not only do live watching the movie, but also be interactive with my subscribers, with the people who's watching. So this is a way of being interactive with you guys. Eugene Genetics Research Lab, South Korea. And you have, once again, Claudia Cannon, which this basically has Ultron using using her as a way to reprogram him. And there is where you do see where Scarlet Witch, which she does see into Ultron's head. And she makes him work for him. Now we're at back at Hawkeye's house, and here you have a nice little moment between Black Widow and Hulk, because again, two broken souls, and I love this whole interactive conversation between Scarlett Johansson and Mark Ruffalo. It's a really well time. One person watching. And this little moment between them, again, I appreciated this little somewhat love story between Big Giant Angry Green Guy and Black Widow. It's not the worst thing ever. Have you seen Tessa and Harden, guys? Have you ranked the Resident Evil films, and have you played any of the new Resident Evil games? They're awesome. I have reviewed the Resident Evil movies, but I have not done a ranking for them just yet, but I'll get to it. As far as the games, I haven't played any of the Resident Evil games, but I have seen the movies, and compared to the games, I personally like the Resident Evil games. Age of Ultron was awesome. I mean, the franchise was awesome. Endgame is my favorite of all of them. I do have the commentary for Avengers Endgame for its anniversary on the channel. If you want to go check that out after this, as well as for Infinity War. And yesterday I did the original Avengers. So we're wrapping it up here with my favorite today, Age of Ultron. Here I am. Here, this little moment, you have Steve and Tony chopping up wood, which I think is very nice. What I'm seeing, a nice little character moment for these guys and Hawkeye in the background. So we can end the fight and go home. And he's just ripping up wood. And then Linda Cardellini, aka Velma. Yes, I'm glad you're watching. Check it out. Hawkeye going into his little garage. No. So, how does it feel doing movie reviews? Well, reviewing movies and TV shows on my channel, as well as doing some music talk, it feels pretty nice. It can be a daunting task, and I have gotten a little bit of criticism for the way I review, which I do have to look at my notes as I'm reviewing them. But people say it's lazy, but it's more of a way to help me with the review. But the review process feels nice. It feels really nice, especially when you get to just talk about a lot of bad movies that are really terrible. Here you have Nick Fury talking to Tony. Samuel Jackson. He's a great actor. The guy's been around acting for decades, and he's in his 70s, and he still has great acting chops. And while this is basically a small cameo, it's always really nice to see Samuel Jackson. He had great chemistry with Brie Larson and Captain Marvel. Here you have Chris Hemsworth, Stellan Skarsgård, the University of London. Our second person is watching. But yeah, the review process is really nice. I love it, especially when I just get to rant on any movie that I don't like, whether it's Venom, which that was a very controversial review because I had no anticipation with Venom, and I just basically was bashing it before it came out, but that's what happens when Sony just wants to disrespect any Venom fan on the world planets, and that is me. And also, that's what happens when you take Spider-Man out. No Spider-Man, the Venom movie doesn't work, and I'm not excited for the sequel next year. Unless you're going in a different tone, then maybe, but still not excited. This last one between the Avengers, well, almost all of them, and Nick Fury. This is a great character moment for them. Well, I have to go right now. I'm going to rank 6 Chainsaw Massacre films. I will be watching that after, whenever that's uploaded, and I'll give you my ranking. So, I'm glad you could be with us for a little bit. Yeah, thanks for the little comments here. It really makes me feel nice. Butterfly. AC Bruce Banner. Amazingly fit. And there is a vision in his creation process, which Scarlett, she looks into his mind. She thinks that she sees Vision wants to do the same thing Ultron wants to do, but when you do see Vision later on, which we're gonna get to, there's not, and there's the Mind Stone, which is one of the stones, and moment between and the Hawkeye, his wife, they're all about to go back out and fight Ultron. And this is ultimately where Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are going to turn against Ultron. The Avengers plane, which I love that plane. It's one of my favorite planes in film, right next to the X-Jet and the Batmobile. Here, this is a quiet moment between Thor and Eric Selvig, Stellan Skarsgård. And there's a little pool of water. Thor is laying in the water, and he is basically also in the process of helping creating Vision. You see the flashbacks that he's having throughout from before Scarlet, which messed up his mind. Another one of the stones, which does come into play, the Mind Stone, reality, time, the Tesseract, the Soul Stone, all the stones that Thanos needs. And this is where here it is. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. And this is where Scarlet Witch finds out that he lied. Also lied. And here it is. She sees. What did you see? You got turn against him. You lied. So basically she saw the Quicksilver even knows. Let her leave. I want to leave.
What?
And she basically used her powers to free the doctor. They're leaving. And he was killed. Doctors that are working on him, and he's going to free himself. Connection loss. And they're basically taking Vision, and we go into another great action scene. Captain America. And Cap goes in to find the doctor dead. She's dying. The Avengers plane, Black Widow, is about to drop riding a motorcycle. And there's where Ultron's basically driving. And they got him. They're going down. The Black Widow is a motorcycle. Captain America just. Ultron. Here they are to retrieve Vision. And there's Vision. Ooh. And they see that the Avengers coming to save him. And Cap and Ultron are fighting each other. You just don't know when to give up. And you can tell that he's really kicking Ultron's ass. Hour and 23 minutes, and here's the motorcycle.
Shut up!
And she's about to go down and go driving the motorcycle. I'm always thinking about it. I love this. She's just riding the motorcycle. I'm always picking up after your voice. Like with Ultron and Cap fight. Korea. And she's throwing the shield. And they're all just riding motorcycle up the stairs. Ultron's crashing the cabins. The slow motion turn, the way the cars just turn around. You can tell most of the action is confident with Steadicam, which gives that faster speed. And Hawkeye is taking down. See that the Avengers, Quicksilver and Scarlett Witch is going to help them. And he basically throws. The fights took him onto the train. And the Hawkeye flying the jet. Cap is really trying. They got him. They're shooting, and like Widow is overall I deny, and she's basically throwing the crate with Vision out. Ooh. But they retreat, and Thor is coming in at the very last minute. And here, Black Rose is gonna capture. Yeah. Ultron, Quicksilver coming back in. Wanda stopping him. Listen to this. Ultron got him.
Oh, it's right here. I was like, what?
James Option.
I really.
Lit.
Yeah. I was burnt my finger off, but I didn't. I just didn't.
Their work here is done. And there they are. Hawkeye, Clint, Bruce, and Tony, and they have retrieved Vision and Quicksilver's car, which is with them. The Bruce Lee shirt. And there they are.
I'm gonna leave. Like the man said, doesn't just makes me stronger.
Upload active. Jarvis to visit. Black Widow's calling distress signal to get call someone for help. Be back in this car.
You have got to upload that.
Scarlett lives and clicks over on Captain America. And Iron Man just doesn't trust him, and Bruce is mad at Wanda because she messed with his mind.
Everything is nothing compared to what's coming. No. You're saying
Who's yeah, coming.
I'd rather you.
Fighting each other here. Sure. And there you have Division. Oh, where's my call back? And he's seeing what is going on here. Great CG on it. And it's him looking at the city landscapes. He's a friend.
Oh, you helped create this. I had a vision. It's not zero hope of mine that it's that mindset. But the 60 years, the greatest power was unparalleled in its destruction. And why would you restart it right? Avengers you think I'm a child?
Look again.
Their powers and horrors in our heads. Ultron himself, they all came. Nothing compared to what. So is it? Right. Honest.
Kind of like one day. Bruce. And here he's talking, Vision is talking to all the heroes here who has created him. Close up on each character as it goes by as he's explaining that he is explaining to them and not for it. And Wanda and Pietro. He is also another character who can lift Thor's head. Quicksilver. Want Quicksilver shoes. Friday. Ivan's new suit. Scarlett Witch's new jacket. Hawkeye. Nicholas.
That's true.
They're all wearing earpieces. Wanda.
That's what we signed up for.
Dog. Going to Cobie. Quicksilver. Another funny part. Quicksilver started wanting to get out of there, but he gets shot and he just then he gets out. Scarlet Witch getting everyone out of the city. Using her mind control powers, so they need to leave. Thor doing his business. Bruce going to find like a cat. Help Hawkeye. And here you will see Captain America taking charge as a leader. And Bruce wanted to say, Captain America. Now we're getting some climax.
Shut up!
Iron Man here protecting the drone. These are Olsen. Really are. Oh, he and Ultron once again. Here, this is the climax. The little exchange, Ultron, and there's the drone that he has created that is going. The Ultron drones coming out to play. All the drones are coming out from Ultron and attacking Cobie and Iron Man. They are getting into a fight. Hawkeye is taking down Hawkeye. He and Scarlett Witch. He's using her powers. Ooh, she got hit. Vision and Ultron meeting, and Vision, and it basically he's seeing into Ultron's mind what he wants, what he plans to do, and they're fighting each other. Thor fighting, just letting loose. Quicksilver to the rescue, fighting. Quicksilver, that whole shot of Quicksilver just going around, just destroying Ultron drones. And then Vision and Ultron fighting. And he is turning on the drone that he's powering. This is my favorite part, where all of the entire world, the entire Sokovia era, he is using that as a force upside down. Quicksilver, Captain America sees what's going on. That entire shot of of Sokovia City just building, just rising up, because Ultron is using his electromagnetic force. Just great shot, great special effects by Lim. And this is where we get into the monologue.
You feel it, the inevitability. You rise, only to fall. You, Avengers, are my meteor, my swift and terrible sword, my swift and terrible sword. First mission.
And then he's saving Black Widow, and he's turning. She tells him to turn into the big bad guy, big angry guy. And just push him down. I'm sorry, but I love the other guy more. And he says, "Let's go." And then he takes, and they're hulking like a to rescue. And here we reached our climax. gonna be big hero. Quicksilver just running around, shutting it down. Iron Man flying around, seeing what's going on, which is using the magnetic force. And Iron Man, he said, high in the top. Then Iron Man saved that family, and the buildings are collapsing. And then a drone is just basically fighting down. I love this. If you get hurt, hit them back. They're close up, a little closer down. She says, I'm sorry, guys. Y'all knew this was coming. You knew this was coming. The mother and her child running. And you tell Wanda is scared to do this. So he grabs and Hawkeye gives his little motivation speech to Wanda. And then she basically calls saying, "She's fine."
Army of robots.
You can tell that she's scared until her moment when she comes out, which they are afraid means. Here you are. And you tell that Hawkeye, she trusts Hawkeye, and she gives him this time thing. And Hawkeye going out, shoot these drones with a bow and arrow. And the car is about to crash until destruction, but Thor goes and saves her. The same civilians off fight. You can tell he is the strongest Avenger. Captain America, he is one of the strongest. Wanda is strong. Thor and Cal. Black Widow going around fighting with her electric sticks. Cap going around with shield. Thor just using his hammer to call boom. Thor, you're bothering me. And Hawkeye's all alone. And here's Wanda. Here's a shot. Wanda just going. Oh. She's badass. That's alright. Wanda's awesome. Boom.
Oh my God.
Just let loose. Definitely not clear. He said definitely not clear. Not clear. Then Hawkeye runs around, and he is basically has a little moment of sense of humor. Ugh. And here, Thor is just bringing him down, and these two guys fight. Thor and Ultron. They're shooting. They tell him to hold your fire, and then Walt just Quicksilver just got shot, and they tell him to hold the fire. Cap doing what? Shield. Fighting. The electromagnetic force. Up, up. Wanda going on everyone's safety. Shield is about Shield is coming. All the people down there. Here comes Shield. Nick Fury and Maria Hill. And there it is. Shield and the Shield. They see that they're about to be saved. Kerry. And they're about and soon as some shield forces start shooting down. The shield. Yes, the shield. This isn't survived. Unfortunately, Quicksilver is not going to be able to see it. To be a part of it. What do you got? Yes, War Machine fighting. Yeah, I'm going to this. War Machine and Iron Man fighting together. Yeah. And they're all just flying together. And just getting all the people on board those ships and get them out. This is how you know Ultron has caused a great deal of destruction. Scarlet Witch getting everyone safety. Hawkeye getting everyone safety. Some great cinematography, camera work here. It's a fun moment. Ultron drone. Nick Fury's gonna shoot it. Maria Hill shoots it. Oh. This is awesome. Saw him for the son of Earth. I'm running out of things to say. Vision through him. Got him. No, he's just flying around shooting. I love the spectacle. I am over here losing my mind, smiling. It's stuff like this that puts a smile on my face. Iron Man. Oh, Iron Man's flying around. Going Quicksilver, Cap, and just you get the shot in the trailer. And here they all are. High zucchini. Really? Not all of us can fly. Say Romanoff, you and Banner better not play hide the zucchini. Better not be playing hide the zucchini. And the Hulk. That's the best you can do. The drones. You had to ask. You had to ask.
This is exactly all of you against all of me. How can you possibly stop it?
Like the old man said. Together. Hulk smash and does all the drones. The sound of the trailer. Just love this. Quicksilver running around. They're all fighting using their powers. Vision, Wanda, Thor, Hawkeye, Steve fighting, Black Widow fighting, Wanda fighting, Iron Man flying and fighting around all these drones. This is all the slow motion shot, which is actually the statue at the end of this movie. And then everyone, Wanda just wiping them all out. I love this part. Hulk going off. Hulk is just and Iron Man and Vision and Thor are just disintegrating his face. And the Hulk is finna just punch him through. And then Hulk is just running to the drone, telling them they better back off. You better back off from that. And then Iron Man and War Machine. I ain't say you can leave. Vision flying around. Damn. What? Well, first of all, I've seen here. Two people I've seen here. Wanda's protecting your joint. It's my job. Scarlet Witch. And they're all about to leave. And then Quicksilver. So he's not going to leave. And not leaving behind. Wow. She looks really beautiful there. And also badass. You do realize I'm 12 minutes younger than you. And Ultron is just not gonna back then. Hawkeye's driving a car in all destruction. Destruction. Getting everybody to safety. But he has to go save that little boy because her son is missing. And Hulk is about to leave, which this does set up the events for Thor. Hawkeye's going to save his son. His son's right there. But he ends his work Quicksilver ultimately gives life. He's just shooting down. Everyone on board. And then Black Widow and Hawk and Hulk. Give a handshake. And Ultron is just shooting down into the ship. I have seen so. Here, just when you think Hawkeye is about to die, Quicksilver comes in and gives him life. And Wanda, ultimately, Scarlett feels that. I didn't see that emotional. And you feel every inch of Wanda's emotion here, which no music and Elizabeth Olsen doing a really great job there, falling down, killing drones, as she knows that her brother is dead. That's work with great actress. Little boy's okay, cause so. He got her to safety. And Hulk leaving. Let's fight Ultron. And throw Ultron right out. It's dead. Quicksilver's dead body, and he returning to the sun. Music here by Brian Tyler Danielle. It's really, really nice score. I love it. And you can tell Hawkeye's is awesome. Yeah, actually, here's Wanda going to Ultron. You can take his heart out. Wanda, if you stay here, you'll die. I just did. Do you know how it felt? And she just takes his heart out. It felt like that. And then they're getting ready to destroy the electromagnetic force that Ultron has built. Thor on my mark. And Thor on my mark. Iron Man's saving the world once again. And you see the vision. Fly around and save his love interest. Now, all that's left to do is kill Ultron. Great time. The last of what's left of Ultron and Vision coming to finish him off. I just want to listen to this.
Dead.
Hawkeye is back with his family. His family. When the car leaves space again, Hawkeye. You can tell she's calm because
She thinks he's dead, but he's not.
Iron Man driving around. And you see that the Avengers initiative, upstate New York, new Avengers facility. And you have a whole new group of people. Eric Salvit. I was expecting him to be in Infinity War, but I guess not. Black Widow. There. Nick Fury, her talking. So if and they found Groot Banner, nothing last time. This whole conversation scene with the two. It's very nice. Nothing last time. Thor, Cap, and Iron Man talking, and Thor's about to leave. And so he's getting ready to leave, and Dad just leaves Black Widow, and Cap. That's getting my birthday off. The Avengers, the training facility.
I wish stuff like this actually exists.
Mm-hmm. Trying to make sure that the facility is doing just fine. Heck of an evolution process, but
I need that purple cone.
here they are. You see, there are War Machine, Vision, Falcon, and then Scarlett, which is her new costume.
I ain't washing shit, but I just got
No, that's
other clothes out for it washing stuff.
in the credits. And then directed by Johnson Bean, used by Kevin Feige, news dance Speedo, executive producer Ultron, John Favreau, picture. Here you have this cool top sequence here that matches the awesomeness of that top sequence in the first movie, which you have statue, Iron Man, the Celeste, Alexander Brown, costume designer, Christopher Johansson, Ron Stafford, Ron Ames, music by Brian Tyler, additional music by Danny Elfman, music supervisor Dave Jordan, Sarah Halligan, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson. This is a statue that should exist. Jeremy Renner, Don Cheadle, and Sarah Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bettany, Cobie Smulders, Anthony Mackie, Hayley Atwell. We're coming up on mid-credit scene here with Thanos that sets up Infinity War so well. Valerie Kim, Thomas Kretschmann, Andy Serkis for James Spader as Ultron, and Samuel Jackson for Kerry. Oh, love that. And here's the credit scene. Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlets. Fine, I'll do it myself. I'm just gonna sit here and watch credits as we wrap it up. David Mason. Avengers, Age of Ultron, a Joss Whedon film. Well, that was it for this final Avengers quadrilogy commentary marathon, and that was Avengers Age of Ultron. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you guys. I can't wait to bring you more commentaries as well as more X-Men The Last Stand tomorrow. I'm gonna finish off the X-Men commentaries with The Last Stand and Dark Phoenix in June. I'm not going to be doing Logan, the Wolverine, X-Men vs. Wolverine, or Deadpool movies. I'm just focusing on the ones that solely says X-Men. So be sure to follow me on all social media links, description box down below. I got more videos coming this coming up week, and more commentaries planned. So can't wait to see you guys in the next commentary. And until we get to the last post-credit scene, let's just sit here and look at these credits and acknowledge these amazing talents who worked on this awesome sequel. Okay, casting. Johansson is Olsen, movement coach, and the way Scarlett's moves is kind of like dancing, which I'm not sure if that was intentional. But before I end it, let's watch this little in the credits scene coming up. And again, at any time I go live, feel free to leave questions and leave comments and share it with people. It helps with the experience more. So yeah, that's Age of Ultron for you. Again, I just said my little closing outro. All my social media links in the description. Italian. Second unit, Marvel Studios, visual effects. Physical production, marketing, attorneys. Thanos created by Jim Starlin. Roy Thomas, Brian Michael Bendis, John Byrne. Visual effects by Industrial Light Magic. That's one of them. Doing the amazing effects work here. Visual artists. Double negative. Virtuos. Tricks. Method Studios. Coming up on this post-credit scene here. Uduma Pictures. Andy Serkis, with motion capture by the Imaginarium Studios. Tomorrow's commentary live watch along will be X-Men The Last Stand, deferred from the original X-Men. Pre-conversion. Skywalker sounds. Final sound mix. The main title and credits. The score, Brian Tyler's music, Danny Elfman. Choir and Metro voices. Themes from the Avengers. Songs. Full Dress Hop, I Got No Strings. Soundtrack available on Marvel Music and Hollywood Records. Drew Goddard. Bruce Lee. NASA, Library of Congress. And here we are on this. Coming up on the mid-credit scene. The Avengers will return. Oh, I thought there was an after-credit scene. I guess not. Okay. Well, that was it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for X-Men The Last Stand. Bye.